November 2024, one of Britain's most iconic automotive icons released a 30-second ad that showed no cars. This wasn't a glitch. This was intentional. No roaring engines, no sleek curves. Instead, colorful outfits, abstract phrases, and a message that seemed unmoved from the product itself. Then came the now viral comment from Elon Musk. Do you sell cars? A simple question, but one that captured a deeper confusion. Two words, brand identity. 2 decades of heritage distilled into a single pressing question. Today's story isn't just about cars. It's about meaning, perception, intention, and attachment. And how even a 102-year legacy can unravel if these aren't aligned. From grace to the edge, the legacy of Jaguar. Jaguar does not start in 2024. It begins in 1922. A century of craftsmanship, racing victories, luxury status, and emotional connection with drivers. For decades, Jaguar stood for elegance and performance in a world of chrome and torque. But the automotive world changed. EVs, shifting consumer tastes, global competition, and Jaguar tried to pivot. They introduced their reimagined strategy, promising a new all-electric future. But in the transition, something strange happened. They began to speak in slogans, but stopped showing the thing they existed to make, the cars themselves. The ad that showed nothing. November 2024. Jaguar drops a 30-second ad featuring models in colorful outfits. Inspirational lines like copy nothing and live vivid. No vehicles. A striped down logo. Like abstract modern art, not automotive advertising. The intention. Reach a new audience, be bold, redefine what Jaguar means. The reality. It confused both old and new. And that confusion was visible in the numbers that followed. The numbers that shocked the industry. In April 2025, Jaguar sold just 49 vehicles in Europe, down 97.5% compared with the same month a year earlier. Imagine a bakery that stops selling bread and then wonders why nobody buys cakes. Others in the market, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, continued selling cars during that same period. Jaguar's showrooms were nearly empty. The sales had slumped not just by a few percent, but almost completely, from thousands of cars to 49. The backlash. Do you sell cars? Elon Musk's question struck a nerve. People online were not just asking it for humor. They were voicing a deeper bewilderment. What does Jaguar stand for now? Some saw it as a bold evolution. Others saw a brand that lost focus. A brand talking around its products instead of about it. And criticism wasn't just online noise. It resonated with dealers and customers alike, who struggled to connect the dots between philosophy and actual products. Zen and the art of the automobile brand. Here is where things get interesting, because this story echoes lessons from Zen and Japanese philosophy. Number 1. Form and function must be united. In Zen arts like Kenjutsu, the way of the sword, or Samui, ink painting, form follows purpose. A sword isn't just art, it must cut. A painting isn't just brush strokes, it reveals truth. In the Jaguar ad, form, colorful visuals, slogans wasn't aligned with function, selling cars. The move, The nothingness became an obstacle, not an inspiration. Zen teaches Mu to see things as they are, not as abstractions. Jaguar's ad created Mu absence, but the audience needed substance. They wanted cars, not concepts. Number 2. The middle way, not extremes. Zen emphasizes balance, not clinging to tradition, not rejecting tradition. Jaguar tried to leap into the future by abandoning the past, but in doing so, they shattered the bridge that connected them to their customers. The result: a loss of grounding. Number 3. The story should reflect the product. In Japanese design thinking, from Shibumi, simple elegance, to Ma, the space between, meaning arises not from noise but from purposeful silence. Like a haiku, minimalist yet pointing to something deep, a brand message should guide the listener's understanding, not distract from it. Jaguar's ad attracted attention, but that attention did not translate into understanding. And in marketing, confusion is the enemy of the choice. Now let's look at what went wrong, a synthesis. Let's unpack this without judgment. Jaguar wanted to reinvent itself. They bet on emotion, identity, and future possibilities. But they forget the core proposition. They sell cars. And people buy cars when they see and understand what they are buying. What happened? Number 1. No cars in the ad. Number 2. No inventory in the showrooms. A shift too far from heritage. Confusion instead of connection. The result was a dramatic collapse. A case study is what happens when message and product drift apart. Epilogue. Jaguar's next chapter. Where does Jaguar go from here? Some argue this was a planned hiatus, clearing old inventory before a new EV lineup. But whether intentional or not, the lesson reveals itself clearly. Customers don't buy philosophy, they buy value that they can see, feel, and trust. Just as in Zen practice, where insight arises from direct experience, authentic connection with a product matters as much as the narrative around it. Only time will tell whether Jaguar can rebuild, not as an abstract concept, but as something real, tangible, and meaningful. In the end, this isn't just a story about cars. It's a story about clarity, identity, and the danger of losing sight of what makes something valuable in the first place. And as Zen would remind us, before polishing the mirror, make sure there is a mirror to polish. Jaguar's mirror, the connection with customers, was polished out of existence, and the result was visible for everyone to see.